Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you my Colourful Seasons Yankee box. So as you can see, I've used the beautiful Colourful Seasons on the lid, and yes, of course, inside is a Yankee candle. That is the medium-sized Yankee candle, and as you can see, I've made it slightly different. So the sides are normal cardstock, and then the insert is actually patterned, and it's on both sides. So if I just tilt it this way and that way, you can see that really lovely pattern. So lovely box, slightly differently made than a normal box. Let's show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is the inserts. So you need two pieces of Whisper White that are 8.5 by 4 inches, and that is 22.5 by 10. We are then going to stamp them. So I've got Floaty Flamingo here, and I've got this beautiful flower here from Colourful Seasons. And I have actually already done one ahead of time, just to save time. So that's one done. And this one, but as you can see, I've not stamped the sides too much, and that's really because the cardstock for the sides will cover that anyway, so you won't see it, so it's a waste of ink and stamping. So I've not gone all the way to the sides. As you can see, I'm just simply randomly stamping my Whisper White. There we go. So that's that bit done. And then as you can see on this one, I have already scored this one. So I'm just going to grab my scoreboard, and quite simply on the long side we're going to score at 5.5 inches, which is 14 centimetres. So we're going to do that on both of them. And then we also need, for our sides, two pieces of cardstock that are 6 by 6.5 inches. That's 15 by 16.5 centimetres. On the long side, we're going to score at 5.5, which is 14 centimetres. And then on the short side, we're going to score at 1 and 5 inches, which is 2.5 and 12.5 centimetres. You need two of those, so you need to do two. As you can see, I've already done two here, or done one anyway. Anything that's doubled, I'll try and do ahead of time because it just makes things easier. So fold and burnish your stamped panel. So we have two of those. And then your sides, fold and burnish those score lines. And then we need to cut our wedges. So we're going to cut from the side, cut those wedges in, and create these tabs from the side and create those tabs. Okay, so that's those ones done. I was sure I was one missing. So that's those done. So now we need to add some adhesive. So the first thing I want to do, when I can find it, is add some tear and tape just to my little tabs here. Again, if you want to use wet glue, any other form of glue, then obviously you can use whichever if you've got the time to wait for it to stick. So that's those bits done. Then I'm flipping it over, and as you can see, I've put some on the insides of this one. So I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. So two strips, one nearest the score and one nearest the edge. And this is just to hold that panel, that stamped panel in place. And then this last side. Oh, fabulous. And the girls start to bark. And then that one's done there. Okay, So what we need to do first off, and obviously I have added some extra adhesive on there, probably didn't need to, but better to be safe than sorry. So take the backing off one tab, I just need to fold that little edge over, and then I'm also going to take the backing off here and off this one too. I think I've done quite well. Quite a few of my videos recently haven't featured my dogs barking, so I think we've done quite well. So just make this one up as you would a normal box, and then obviously we've still got our tape here, and so what I want to do is slide this one in place into the corner, into the crease, and then just press that down. And then I'm going to do exactly the same, oh where's my, there it is, on this side. So I'm going to take that backing off that one, and then also backing off these ones, this one too. And then as I say, we'll do exactly the same, so we'll make that one up there. And then this one is going to be exactly the same, so we push it into the corner and down. Now I don't quite know why that's not sat straight there. Ah, that's why, because I didn't get that one right in the corner. Can we do this? No, it's already stuck. I'm going to have to trim it, never mind. Okay, so that's that side of the box done. Then you do exactly the same. As you can see, you need to make sure it's in the corner, otherwise it looks daft. So then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. So I'm going to take the backing off there and the backing off these ones. And exactly the same, so I'm going to make that one up there. And then this one, I'm going to take that out of the way for a moment because I want to make sure this one sits right in the corner. Sorry if my head's got in the way. Make sure it's butted up, and then it will sit nice and flush to the corner. And then we're going to do exactly the same with this one. So just take that little bit off there, these bits off here, those bits off, fold this one up to there, and then hopefully this one, push him into the corner, and then this piece up into that crease, and as soon as you've got one bit stuck you should be okay. So the last bit I need to do now, because we've got this bit going on here, is I've got some of the thick Whisper White here that I'm going to add just to reinforce the base, because it's not really strong enough as it is for the candle, because obviously these jars are quite heavy, and I'm just going to use wet glue for this one. So my piece of thick Whisper White that I've used here is literally a smidge under 4 by 4 inches, smidge under 10 by 10 centimetres, so it's 3 by 15/16 or 9.8 by 9.8 centimetres, and then I'm literally just putting this into the base, and then you can just slide it if you need to, but it will just sit nicely in the base there, and it gives it that extra strength. So I'm going to pop, actually I'm not going to pop my candle in, because what I need to do is, again, because you've stuck this in here, you may very well get this line here, and all I simply did was got my big scissors and I just trimmed across, and it's only because you're obviously using the same paper, but obviously that fold is going to make this bit sit higher. So if you need to just do a little trim, just do a little trim. I actually don't think this side's so bad. So I'm going to pop my candle in, and that fits so nicely in there now. So I'm going to pop that to one side whilst I do my lid. Trying to find my lid. So I have same coloured cardstock, piece of Flirty Flamingo, and this is 6 by 6 inches, and with a little shim, which, sorry, 6 by 6 is 15 by 15 centimetres, and with a little shim I'm literally just going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides, and that's 2.5 centimetres. Don't forget that shim because it will make a lot of difference. And then, as with all lids, we're just going to fold and burnish those score lines, and then cut the little wedges out of the corner pieces. So just going around, cut those little wedges out. Okay, that's that bit done. And then before I adhere this up, I want to decorate it because it's always easier, isn't it, when your piece is flat. So I now have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is my panel to sit on the top, and this is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 of an inch. That's 14 by 14 centimetres. And then I have my soft suede and my H block, backing with my Colourful Seasons because I want this lovely long branch piece here, which is on this one. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and then I just want to stick this across the top of my lid. So I'm going to use this side as the edge of the branch. There's that bit done. And then I want back in with my Flirty Flamingo and my lovely little sentiment that is thinking of you, that I'm just going to put across the bottom there. And then ahead of time I then stamped the flowers that I have here, and then I used the soft suede to stamp the centres, and then I used the seasonal layers to die cut these flowers out. And then I simply needed some fabulous dimensionals to stick on the back of the flowers. Excuse me. and then I just simply arranged them, turn them around so I can see which ones I have. So a slightly squashed one, as I would call it. A full round one can sit on that little branch there, and the other full one can go up this end, and then a squashed one there, and a squashed one there. I shouldn't say squashed really, because they're not squashed, are they? But and then just with my snail, I'm just going to stick that onto the top of my box lid, just like that. And then last but not least is some not dimensionals, that wouldn't work. Some tear and tape just to pop on my tabs. I love Flirty Flamingo, and I think in this heat it works so well. I say this heat because it's really hot today. I know it's going to be hotter tomorrow, which is actually when I think you're going to get this video, but yeah, it's really hot today. And then, as you know, how I do my boxes. So I do one side of my lid first. Bring my box back in that I'm absolutely trashing here, and then I take the backing off the other pieces, and then you pop your lid on, and then you can pop sides in and then fold your lid down. Make sure your sides are lined up, and then you'll know that you're always going to have a nice fitting lid. She says, there we go. And there it is, my Colourful Seasons Yankee box. Hope you like them. I hope you find them a bit different, and I hope you find them easy enough to make up. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again soon.